This is Austin Spence.
This is Lauren Pike.
This is Adam.
This is Luke Boudiette.
And we're blowing it up on Capital Chaos.
What's your inspiration for really starting this band?
Well, I've always kind of known when I was younger, anyways, listening to my dad play music, that I wanted to be in a band someday. I didn't know it'd be a death metal band, but I steadily made the progression from basically rock to metal to speed metal to thrash and then into death metal. So it's just, it was like a lifetime progression, and somehow I knew I would end up in some kind of band someday. So yeah, finally stoked to be here doing it.
For sure.
When we started the band, I guess we were just trying to do something different than what everybody else was doing, and we, just our erratic playing style and our unorthodox riffs just kind of set us apart of the herd for a while there, and then all these other badass bands split up. But no, we're still just out, wanting to do our own thing, and we do it for the love of it, man. We love playing for people, and we love the music. We love the people that are involved in it. Everybody's great. Most of the bands are really cool, and we're hanging out with our favorite bands. I mean, what can you do that's better than that?
For sure.
Yeah, we have fun. We have fun with it.
That's all that matters, right? What guitar tunings are you guys using for like drop D, standard, or?
We tune to D with a drop C.
Okay. Sounds good. When you guys are home, do you guys like to go out and see local shows, support local bands or anything like that, or?
Yeah, we're pretty much like the center of the metal scene up where we live, so we're kind of like the ones that put on all the shows and stuff like that. So a lot of the times we'll just like rent like a recreational venue or something like that, and just do it ourselves. And every time we do it, because of the place we live in, which is out in the middle of the woods, people always trip out. So it's always fun to throw shows up there and kind of keep our own thing going in our own neighborhood.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I go to the city and support all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things about being in the band, I mean, supporting your scene, I mean, we're all about it, because that's what we want people to do, is support their scene and be involved with the metal. I mean, we come out to play for you guys, come out to see us, it's kind of something we'd love to do. So I mean,
Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I go to shows as much as possible.
Okay. Sounds good. You mentioned where you guys live, Willits. It's about like 4 hours or so from here.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like a hometown show for you guys tonight, or sort of? Or
actually, last night the DNA was more of our adopted city hometown crowd.
That was in San Francisco.
That was in San Francisco, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're anywhere around the Bay Area, man. I mean, we've been out here for years and years, and we've played all over the Bay. So I mean, this is our home. I mean, this is our home for sure. Northern Cali.
Yeah. Anywhere in NorCal is hometown as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah. Cool. Songwriting process. How do you guys go about writing songs? Start with a riff. Start with drums, lyrics, just an idea or something like that, or?
Some of the songs we just get together and each one of us kind of just goes like, hey, here's a riff I have, and then Adam will go, here's a riff I have, and Lauren has a riff, and so we all just combine them together. Really, it's a pretty mutual process, I think, in my opinion. Mostly it's basically just getting together, and each riff goes through an approval process. Like, we throw out a lot of riffs too, like it's got to be fucking a sick riff. So that's one of the things.
There's one bleep right there.
Yeah, we do. I mean, a lot of times a couple of us will get together if we have, some larger sections of music, and, the string players will try to get it down, mostly, and then we'll present it to the drummer, and just so that things aren't so chaotic and confusing, so where he can like lay something solid down and not have to listen to us,
noise.
Just jumbling around. But yeah, I mean, it is a mutual thing, and we all kind of write our separate parts, and and everybody's has their own interpretation of the riff. So I mean, wherever it came from, whoever it came from, each one of us will mold it in our own sense and create the full picture with it. I mean,
sounds good. Always smart, I think, to as a band member myself, to write your own stuff on the strings and then bring it to the drummer, so the drummer doesn't go, "What the hell are you guys trying to do?" So
Yeah, that happens fairly often, actually. We're like, all of us are trying to play it at once. He's like, "Fucking stop!"
One of the latest things we've been doing is actually have this like little hand sonic drum pad, and like so sometimes I'll like record a guitar riff, and then just for giggles or whatever, I'll record just tap it out on this little drum pad, record along with the riff, and that kind of will like give the band kind of like a template for the idea I was thinking of.
kind of like a scratch track, essentially.
Yeah, totally. And so that's kind of the latest thing we've been doing. I know a lot of bands have been doing that for years and stuff, but we're just now catching on to that. It's the latest in technology.
Can't be rushed, right? I absolutely love the band name, Embryonic Devourment. I think it's amazing. I was talking to a relative of mine, and I was telling her I was going to interview you guys, and she goes, "Should ask them if they ever want to eat an embryo." So
we eat embryos all the time.
Every morning.
Every morning.
Every morning we eat eggs.
For breakfast. We eat eggs. We're eating embryos. Embryonic Devourment, America. It's a household name. Love it. Trust it. Own it.
Eat it.
the incredible edible egg, right? All right. Who came up with the band name?
I did. Years and years ago. It was just kind of a, I don't know, I was trying to think of something that had a great shock factor to it. And there's already so many shocking band names out there. I'm thinking, what could I, possibly think about? And I'm thinking, well, nothing's more exciting than eating an embryo. So, so I just kind of spawned up. I mean, there was multiple different interpretations of that as well. It's
Okay.
But
yeah, it's definitely it's
a name
it's not about eating eggs or anything like that. It's like more about like us as a bacteria consuming this world.
Right.
The world is an embryo. It's the fetus that we're all consuming before it has a chance to even like live and live to its full potential. We're just such a bacteria constantly taking from it all the time, and that is the embryonic devourment in a sense.
Gotcha. And a lot of
that's that's kind of my interpretation, but that's kind of how he was telling me.
No, it is. People see it. People always see it differently. I kind of joke with it a little bit because people are always so put off by the name, so it's gotten to. But he's exactly right. That's what we when we were thinking of it. I mean, if you think about the world, how messed up it is, and we're just destroying it. I mean,
makes sense to me. All right. I was Googling you guys and embryonic devourment, and Google does the pop-up thing, and it says it went from embryonic development to devourment, and I had to giggle. I was just, any thoughts on that?
Always. Oh. Anytime if somebody asks me the band name, I go embryonic devourment, and they still go, "Oh wow, man, far out, embryonic development," and I'm like, "No, devourment," and then they go, "Oh."
Yeah, I mean, we've showed up to clubs before, and we've had our name written as embryonic development on the marquee.
Hilarious.
That's awesome.
Alternate name, I guess.
What were your thoughts when joining this tour with bands like Origin and Aborted and just amazing bands like that? Were you guys stoked, or?
Oh, of course.
It was like, woo, fucking who?
Yeah, no, this is a tour we've dreamed of being on. You know what I mean? I mean, these guys are the guys we've looked up for years and also have been mutual, friends with, and it's just a great bunch of guys to tour with. I mean, we've had nothing but a blast, and I mean, who wouldn't want to play with Origin and Decrepit Birth and Rings of Saturn and Cattle Decapitation and these guys every night. I mean, it's amazing.
Battlecross, yeah.
It's amazing. Battlecross. Yeah, I mean, if you're
and part of it, is like, like we've done U.S. tours in the past. We've done several tours, but this is the first tour where we're touring with bands that we've looked up to for a long time. And so, in a way, this is like, like I've been kind of saying this to everybody this whole tour, but in a way, it's kind of like the school of death metal for us, because we're really getting, we're learning how these major label bands are conducting themselves on tour. Yeah. And, and we just want to be the best band, the most dependable band that we can be. And so far, it's been really fun. We've been getting really good reactions from people. As far as I know, all the bands are getting along great. and
Yeah.
just having a good time.
It's been a good tour, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best. You know, you couldn't ask for more than to be able to play with your favorite bands. You know, Origin is one of the bands that inspired us to play brutal death metal. You know, when the first time we saw them play, we were blown away, and you know, we strive for, you know, that's greatness, you know, in our eyes, and so we like to strive for greatness ourselves if we can, and just try to get better every day.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and on that note, like Origin, I mean, you know, we're all kind of like, we really respect drummers in death metal because, you know, we really think that the drummers are crazy in death metal nowadays. I mean, they're just off the hook. And so, you know, touring with somebody like John Longstreth, to watch him every night is just freaking incredible. I mean, we're just watching a machine every night, and this guy is just an animal.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. All the drummers really are just like, you know, jaw-droppingly are awesome. You know, they're just.
What can you say?
What
can you say?
You just stand there with your jaw open going, fuck.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And that's what people. A lot of times, you know, a lot of our crowds will even. I don't know. It's weird. Like when we were kids, we all moshed and shit. And we were used to everybody just tearing the place up, and you know, and now it's like. Modern death metal is so dynamic. You almost just have to sit there and try to pay attention because you're really like enthralled by it. You're like, wow, you know, you like don't even move, and you're just for musicians looking out at the crowd going, like, what are we doing wrong up here? Guys, we're moving, you know, but you know, you gotta kind of interpret that too the right way, and they're really like they're paying attention to what you're doing,
And that's always a good sign too. So,
exactly.
Anything else you guys want to add to the fans or anything like that watching this right now?
Hey, we appreciate everybody that comes out and sees us play, and you know, anytime anybody comes out, you know, feel free to stop by and chat it up with us, man. We love it. We love hanging out with people, our fans especially, and you know, I mean, support death metal.
Keep supporting death metal.
Yeah,
Thank you for being a part of this.
definitely.
The tour right now that we're on, Occupation Domination Tour, with Aborted, Cattle Decapitation, Decrepit Birth, and Origin. Also Rings of Saturn and Battlecross. This tour has been awesome, and we just want to let everybody know that hopefully you think we're finally making a dent in this scene with this kind of lineup, like already. Like, come on, guys, support.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah, what he said. We appreciate, you know, everybody that comes out to shows, anybody that watches us play and enjoys it. We appreciate that, and yeah. Come take a look at our shirts and CDs and
Buy some shit.
Buy some shit.
merch.
Give us your money.
Oh wow, man, far out.